And because of the great work of Tom Homan and Kristi Noem, look at these border statistics here. This is all because of President Trump, his agenda, and what he has put his team to work to do. The great men and women of ICE, the great men and women of Border Patrol, they are making America safe. These statistics are undeniable. Look at that, March of 2024. I serve on the Homeland Security Committee, and what we have seen over the past 4 years is astounding. March of 2024, 107,473 crossings in 1 month. Here we are, 1 year later in March of 2025, we've got 7,181, a decrease of 95%. That's the difference in an election. You know, Democrats under the Biden administration and Secretary of New York would tell us they needed more money and they needed more resources. And that was always a lie. What they needed to do was actually care about this country and secure the border because they had the means to do it then. And I praise President Trump and thank Tom Homan and Kristi Noem for doing this important work, because I want to tell you something. I have talked to too many parents who have lost their children to illegal alien crime, murder, and fentanyl and other drugs coming across our border. This should never happen to any American, and they are doing a great job of securing our border. So we're so thankful for them. And Congress is riding alongside of them. Now, we all know the name Laken Riley. This was a young lady that never wanted her name famous, not the way that it is famous. The man that murdered Laken Riley was an illegal alien that came across our border, was released into the interior of the United States, made his way to New York, committed crime in New York, was arrested, and they refused to prosecute him. They released him back to the streets, where he traveled his way down to Georgia and made it to Athens. This is where he murdered Laken Riley, a beautiful young woman that was just starting out as a young adult, enjoying her time at UGA, and I can only imagine because I myself am a UGA graduate. And this young lady was brutally murdered. She fought for her life. I know the details of her death. She fought, but she lost her life to a criminal, an animal, a murderer that should have never been in our country. And because of the Biden administration, she's dead today. Well, I'm proud to let you know in the House we passed that bill, the Laken Riley Act. Kayla, go ahead. Well, I certainly hope we do open as many prisons as possible to round up as many illegal aliens that have invaded our country and those that are breaking our laws, killing our citizens, women and children, and causing complete havoc across our great land. I support the Laken Riley Act, and I support the Laken Riley Act because Laken Riley should be alive today. And she would be alive today if it hadn't been for the Democrats and the Biden administration that ripped our border open and allowed this illegal alien monster to come into our country. And then in the state of New York, when this monster was arrested for committing crimes, the Democrat state of New York let him go. And that's how he came down to Georgia and murdered our Laken Riley. This is a bill that cannot get passed enough, and I'm so thankful that the American people overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump so that we can sign this bill into law, and it can't happen fast enough. Thank God. But listening to my colleagues, the Democrats on the other side of the aisle, complain and whine and defend illegal aliens that break the law the minute they cross our border is pathetic. The American people are so sick and tired of it. They cannot believe what our country has gone through. And it is enough. It is absolutely enough. But they will go on and on to defend an illegal alien that is a member of MS-13 that was deported to his home country, El Salvador. That is shameful, and that should never happen. What is wrong with our American media that they aren't defending Americans? That's the only people they should be defending. Yeah, bye. Just like that illegal alien. Bye. All righty, let's talk about some great work we're